A rapper almost took out an interviewer for one question, and another passed right after his interview for speaking on a controversial situation. These are the most disturbing and disrespectful interviews in rap history. First up, we gotta talk about Baby Loss. He started making waves in 2020 after linking up with the Island Boys, and fans even started calling him the fourth Island Boy. Loss was right there when the Island Boys got into that massive fight in Hawaii. But recently, Rich Kevin tried to get Loss to talk about a viral video where the Island Boys kissed each other. That question? Total trigger for Loss. Dude flipped on the interviewer, and it got real ugly real quick.
I gotta ask you, bro, like, everybody wants to know, did you see the Island Boys kiss?
Bruh, stop mentioning them dudes for real, bro. Like,
no, I'm just saying though, like,
no,
did you
bruh,
see them
no,
do something together?
No, fam. Fam, they weren't gay when I was around, fam. Like, bruh, stop doing that, bruh. Like, this interview ain't about that. Like, it could go down in this interview, bruh. Like, do you want it to go down in this interview? Do you want it to go down, yes or no?
Nah.
Los Angeles almost popped the interviewer for asking that wild question. Could have gone real left, but luckily it didn't. But hold up, he ain't the only one who's pulled a gun on an interviewer. Now, let's switch gears to FBG Cash. This man made headlines for all the wrong reasons. Not long after clowning King Von's memory, he went on No Jumper and disrespected Von's people by talking about it. Back in late 2020, Cash snapped a pic in front of King Von's mural, straight disrespecting. Then he sat down with Adam 22 and even explained the convo he had with Lil Durk before pulling that stunt. It's crazy how things went down after that.
What kind of conversation were you having before he told you to go take this photo?
Me, go over there and do that and see what happened to you. I'm outside right now.
You hit him up?
Yeah.
And he was just like, hey, what's up? Why Chicago's so weird because the ops always be talking to each other and like going on live and tweeting at each other and
This interview might have made things way worse than it already was. Durk dropped a track after that where he threw shots, talking about sneaking pics by Von's mural like, Lil Bro won't come out and spin. That was a direct threat to FBG Cash for disrespecting Von. And 3 months after that song dropped, FBG Cash caught one, lost his life while cruising on the south side of Chicago. It's wild how everything played out after that.
Well-known Chicago area rapper was killed in a drive-by shooting early this morning in the Auburn-Gresham neighborhood. 31-year-old Tristan Hamilton was shot multiple times. According to the Sun-Times, he raps under the name FBG Cash. A 29-year-old woman with him was also shot, taken to the hospital in serious condition.
All right, let's talk about another FBG member, Butter. This dude's been wilding out in interviews for a minute. Recently, he went off on O'Block, straight accusing them of taking out FBG Duck. He told Say Cheese that O'Block snitched on themselves after they knocked Duck off. But that's not even the craziest part. During the same interview, fans are saying Butter Loki admitted to catching a body himself. Yeah, it got real heavy.
These told on themselves, and they did an interview on top of the murder cop. You stupid.
What about the picture that
Take
went?
me to jail. Give me the cups.
Yo, Butter. What
I'll
about
take
the
it,
what
yeah.
about the picture that went viral with Muwop wearing with the duck sneakers?
That's clown. And with the same drinker y'all used. Get a feds day evidence.
That's the same.
Homicide can't solve it, but the feds can, right?
Damn.
We talking real business. I'm a real street.
Nah, that wasn't the same. That's in the document?
Not long after talking about O-Block, FYBJ Maine told Butta to chill out. Said he's talking too much. Butta straight up wild and says, picture me sitting on top of a car, the one I OD'd on.
I'm Butter Sean. I'm Butter Sean. Now picture me sitting on top of the car that I just killed on. I got J Maine them in this. I got 4 of them in this. They in this. They killed.
But that's not all though. Butta also spoke on Odie's death during an interview with Vlad. Here's what went down when he got real about it.
man, OD got like.
Right, well, Odie Perry got killed at one point. They're saying that she was the shooter. That's the rumor.
I mean, it's footage. It's a video.
Of Odie Perry getting killed?
Hell yeah.
You saw it.
I ain't seen nothing, man. I just heard the stories, bro.
Okay.
I don't be knowing nothing for real. You know what I'm saying? Not all the time.
Okay. Fair enough.
His brother told him for slacking they homie. Oh, look where I just gave back 192 years. I don't speak on that. Told him, Jay. I'm home right now because I blamed on my sister Tyler. Told him. Told.
A lot of rumors swirling around, and they say it was a female assassin named Key who took out Odie Perry. But now, fans are flipping the script, pointing fingers at Butta, blaming his sister Key since she's already gone. Shortly after that, Toka lost his life at the bus stop on 63rd. Straight up. The 63rd gang was looking for revenge after O'Block dissed him, and the cycle just kept going. Not long after Toka's death, Odie Perry from O'Block was out on the block, headed to the store to grab some swishers. But as soon as he left the store on his bike, the ops rolled up and let him have it. Odie took the first hit, dropped off his bike, and tried to get away, but got hit 10 more times. Witnesses said the shooter was an African-American male, but some still say it was Key, especially since she was posting pics with one of Odie's guns after he died. Then, Wooski from 63rd took to Twitter, shouting out to them twins and tagging Key and FBG Butta, fueling more rumors that Butta might be the one who put Odie down. But the plot thickens. FBG Butta had a moment in an interview with No Jumper where he broke down in tears. He was talking about his sister Kai, saying how he'd rather have her fighting for her life than resting in a grave. Heartbreaking, but it's clear this beef runs deep.
Fighting for her life, gang. It'll be dead. Every day I wish, like, why the they ain't come lock her up, gang? Like, why y'all ain't come lock this girl up, gang? Every day I be like, rather out in Tuga grade, because I be taking care of Quan them phones, Shundell. Like, I be, every day for I be on the phone with my little brother them phone, on Tuga for I be talking to them for a day. I be like, I wish this was my little sister I was talking to for on the phone, on Tuga grade for I wish this was Kyra. I wish I was laughing with my sister for. I wish I was sending my sister this money. Yeah. I wish I was sending my sister these pictures of me at these interviews on these platforms. I wish I was showing Kyra this shit. On Tuga, that shit hurt my soul every day. On Tuga, like, and a lot of people don't understand that because a lot of time everybody think a lot of this be facade. A lot of people don't even go through shit.
Man, this is a heavy one. Key lost her life on April 11th, 2014, and it's still one of the most tragic stories in the game. See, on that day, Key made a huge mistake. She tweeted out her location for everyone to see, including her OPS. She was just walking down the block with two homies, heading to the studio to celebrate Boss Trail's birthday, but things went left real quick. A gunman pulled up, waved off bystanders, and started firing at Kai and her crew. Her two friends got hit, but Key, she got shot 9 times. After getting hit, she managed to stumble to a nearby crib, collapsed on the steps, and took her last breath right there. And check this. A dude from Chicago, Trench's News, said he was right there when it all went down. He told Cam Capone News about how disturbing it was, even saying that smoke was coming out of her neck as it happened. That's a scene nobody should ever have to witness. It's straight up haunting.
And did you hear the gunshots and everything going on?
Oh yeah, they sound like something special. They was boom, boom, like it had like a Star Wars before it said pow. Like it was crazy, bro. It was crazy, bro. It was crazy as hell, man, that day. And then the police tried to lock up Duck. They told Duck he responsible for it. They just left K.I. on the ground. They ain't try to help her, administer no aid. They ain't try to do none of that. Me and Joe Jackson, me and Manny, FBG, Young and them daddy, we about to go to jail because we like, nah, let him go. So I went over there by K.I. Smoke was coming out her neck, man. It was all sad.
All right, let's talk about BTB Savage, because this one's wild. Some say his interview with DJ Vlad might have been the reason he's no longer here. Why? Because he got real cocky, talking about how he killed someone in self-defense, like it was no big deal. According to Savage, a local rapper had been trying to get a feature with him for a minute. Finally that night, the dude hit him up, and they agreed to link up for the track. But it wasn't all good. The rapper pulls up with a whole crew in tow, and they head up to Savage's apartment. The vibe was off from the jump. dudes looking around his place, acting weird. But when Omar upped the bankroll, Savage thought everything was cool, so he let it slide. They bring in a box full of studio gear, ready to work. But then the other rapper claims he's missing a few things, so Omar takes him back to the car to get it. That's when Savage gets suspicious. He locks the door, but then Omar starts talking about his jewelry and out of nowhere, pulls a gun on Savage. He demands everything. At first, Savage wasn't backing down, but when Omar threatens to shoot him and his girl, Savage knows he gotta make a move. As Omar reaches for his chain, Savage saw the chance, wrapped him up, and they both hit the ground. The gun slipped out of Omar's hand, and Savage yelled for his girl to shoot. She comes in and pops Omar twice, but it didn't slow him down. Omar grabbed another gun and started shooting at Savage's girl, but thank God, all the shots missed. Savage managed to get Omar under control, told him to bounce since his son was in the room, but Omar wasn't hearing it. He kept threatening Savage, saying he was gonna kill him. Then his crew rolls up and starts shooting through the door, but they missed too. After the shooting stopped, Savage's girl took another shot and finally hit Omar in the torso. Omar ended up dying right there. It was self-defense, but the whole thing went viral, like crazy, especially after Savage went on Vlad TV and got cocky about the situation. The interview hit 2 million views in a week, but it didn't sit right with his ops. They weren't having it. And that cocky attitude, that's what some say got him killed in the end.
Concerned that his people are gonna try to come back?
Yeah, they for sure might do what they do, but I'm gonna get active, that's all it is. And it is what it is.
On March 30th, Savage straight up posted pics on Twitter showing him standing in a pool of dried blood where Omar lost his life. Dude was trolling hard, and the pics blew up instantly. No one had ever seen anything like that on the net. But just 2 hours after dropping those pics, Savage was cruising in his Mercedes when 2 gunmen pulled up, boxed him in, and let off shots. By the time help arrived, it was already a wrap. Some folks said the interview led to his tragic end, while others pointed to that disrespectful picture, even though it was self-defense. But Savage ain't the only one who got reckless in an interview. Gucci Mane did the same thing with Charlemagne. In that sit-down, Gucci showed no remorse for what happened to Pookie Lope, the dude he took out. But he did admit he regrets a lot of other street moves he's made.
Do you regret anything you did in the street?
Yeah, I'm ashamed of a lot of things. I'm gonna say, yeah, I did some things that I wish I didn't do. Yeah. But I was young. I was young. But I did some things that up, did wrong to people. And everybody in the neighborhood know that, so ain't no going around that.
Even with the murder, even though it was self-defense, do you ever think about that and you think like maybe I could have handled that different, especially when you did like the diss record?
He needed to be in the ground. I put his where he supposed to be.
Back in 2005, Gucci Mane and Young Jeezy were in full-on beef, and it got real messy. Jeezy dropped a track where he put a straight bounty on Gucci's iconic ice cream cone chain. Whoever snatched that chain would get a cool 10K. So, a crew of 5 unknown men rolled up to Gucci's crib and tried to take him out for it. Gucci wasn't having it. He fought back, got a gun, and fired one shot to protect himself. But that shot hit one of the dudes, Pookie Loke. 3 days later, Pookie's body was found behind a middle school, and the cops got involved. When they found out who the victim was, Gucci turned himself in, saying he acted in self-defense. Now, let's talk about Lil Dump from the NBA camp. This dude had a pretty disturbing moment during an interview with No Jumper. He kept throwing up on camera from how many pills he was on. Straight up wild.
Anything in particular stand out?
And fans in Adam 22 were concerned about Lil Dump's health after seeing this interview, since it clearly seems like he needs some help, because Lil Dump didn't even want to talk about why he puked on the interview.
So what just happened? What just happened?
Something deep in life that, I'd rather not talk about it, but I can talk to you about it personally as a person, you know what I'm saying? But some, things deep in life.
But I'm just talking about you puking, or like the fact that you're kind of drunk, right?
No, I ain't drunk. I'm sober.
You're sober? No alcohol. That's not what's in that cup. I just kind of assumed it was alcohol.
Water.
Oh, okay. So what are you going through right now?
Just some deep things.
You trying to get clean?
Hmm?
You trying to get clean?
Get clean.
Off of some other
Yeah, type at the same time.
Not long after this interview, Lil Dump popped up in another YouTube video, wildin' out, telling a girl straight up, "I do more drugs than you could ever imagine." The confidence was unreal, but you already know that kind of energy always comes with consequences in the rap game.
Why are you standing like that? Like, stand up straight, you gotta be louder, like.
I do more drugs than
Me
you
too.
could ever imagine.
That's not, okay.
I know.
So hopefully Dump gets the help he needs. But let's talk about NBA YoungBoy, because dude had a wild moment in an interview. The interviewer was pushing it, asking way too many questions, and YoungBoy straight up sapped. Some fans say he might have been high as a satellite, which would explain why he was acting like that. Either way, it was tense.
But don't be a dominant at the same time. You gotta understand they're using me as entertainment, and it becomes self-destruction too. Cause I ain't no entertainer. You know, some be spoke on. Why? But it's to be continued.
Is in terms of like
Every time it's
Sometimes it is best to stay silent in interviews instead of chasing clout. That's part of the reason G Money lost his life. He and NBA YoungBoy used to be tight, like brothers, but things went left. G Money pulled a move that had folks talking, especially when he dropped that Say Cheese interview.
He mad about his sister too, though.
About his sister?
Yeah, I had her a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he mad about that. He wasn't really tripping on it back then, though. You know what I'm saying? He be calling me big brother. And
After their fallout, it was straight diss tracks and shots fired back and forth. The beef got too real and turned deadly. On September 10th, 2017, G Money was killed after leaving the studio. YoungBoy even spoke on it in his track Poor One, saying, "Matter of fact, I used to call you my big brother. Then you did some foul and messed with my sister." Now, speaking of disrespect, we gotta talk about 6ix99. This man went wild in an interview, dissing a bunch of dead rappers, and people are still calling it disturbing.
died lacking. Nipsey died lacking. Pop Smoke died lacking.
Right.
So can't lack?
No, you can't.
All right.
Kill or be killed in these streets.
All right. So there's nothing to talk about. So when you say, yo, happened to you, happening, don't pick it fucking too.
Why you yelling?
Man, forget the 6ix9ine interview. Charleston White's appearance on DJU TV was on a whole different level. Dude went off, even pulled a strap on himself while defending FBG Duck's mother and King Von's family. Charleston kept it raw, straight up said he didn't care about King Von because Von was a killer. That's when DJU tried to calm him down, telling him not to say that. But Charleston, he wasn't backing down for nothing.
The knowledge I got, King Von was a killer. My mama had 2 sons locked up for murder, and my mama let everybody know I'm not in agreement in what my son's done. All right, but look, so this is what I'm saying. You can't make me care about King Von mama. I don't give a about his mama. Y'all love his mama, I don't.
Charleston then goes on to get even madder since he helped FBG Duck's mother and felt like he had the right to talk about her. But DJU told him to chill. That's when Charleston White completely flashes out and pulls out his strap on DJU.
And I kill her behind me saying, I done helped you. So somebody else helped him. And I ain't down. He could have the. So y'all go help the. Since y'all got so much to say. Give me back the money then. I ain't have to help now more you. My mama ain't got a bunch of kids that died. You buried your baby, y'all pain. Keep a mother gun. Keep a mother gun. Keep a mother gun, Chicago. Say, homie, you better. Man, you better sit down, homie. What you mean what I'm on? Don't me with a gun in my hand.
Thankfully, Jostin didn't smoke the interviewer, even though things got crazy heated. It could have gone left real fast. And that's a wrap. These moments show just how wild and unpredictable the rap game can get. Stay locked in for more stories that'll have you shook. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for the next breakdown.